Greetings and God bless. I'm doing some research about homeopathy because I'm just trying it out lately, and I'm learning all these new remedies that can help with things that we're encountering, in our the current modern narrative. Uh, and but also I found one. It's called hydrogen, and I don't know much about it, but apparently it helps. And there's probably a couple others that help with suicide, like help prevent suicidal ideation and whatnot. And I was also trying to find homeopathic remedies for the autism spectrum, for ADD. It was pretty hard to find. I did find some information, but I just think it's kind of interesting because um, there'll be information about like STDs or whatever, but it's like trying to find a solution to something as important as like autism or ADD or suicide. And maybe it's just some sort of glitch with the search engine algorithms, but I wonder if it's sort of like this um, censorship and brainwashing, because I'm sure these remedies have existed for years, and I have not heard people talk about homeopathy for those things. Now, maybe they weren't properly applied, and so that's why maybe people didn't have success in that, for ADD or autism. But I just think that we all need to have our options. I mean, that's like part of just being a free country is we should know that there's an option. And I'm like reading all these remedies, and I'm just kind of upset. I'm like mad that I never knew about these earlier. I mean, I knew about homeopathy, but I didn't really, I wasn't as motivated in the past to really delve in. And now that I'm delving into it, I'm like, why don't more people know about homeopathy? And homeopathy, we used to have like, I don't know, something like many homeopathy schools at the turn of the last century, of the 20th century or 19th century, and the AMA didn't like it. They didn't like the competition, and so they got rid of most of the schools. And I just think that there's a lot of potential in homeopathy. It's a gentle medicine, and it can work. If you're taking conventional pharmaceuticals, it's not going to have a big interference or antidote or counteract or exacerbate anything. So, anyways, I just wanted to. So, I ultimately the point of this is like I think the system wants people to be autistic and commit suicide and struggle, because why else would information be censored about such things? And I am gonna add one more thing. So I was watching a video about this lady talking about her experience being on the autism spectrum, and she was like saying how she likes comfortable clothes, baggy clothes, um, and just doesn't really like overstimulating environments or whatever. I mean, and and I was like, wow, what a relief. I mean, like, I don't know if I'm autistic, but I was like, I'm going to have comfortable clothes. I need to have comfortable shoes. I just can't, and I can't like do eyeliner and have it burning my eyes out, and just all sorts of like just standard kind of stuff. It just has all these chemicals in it. And so that was a relief to hear. Um, and so I'm thinking, like, who else wears frumpy clothes and is really not functioning well? It's like a lot of homeless people. So I'm thinking a lot of homeless people are probably severely autistic. I mean, I'm sure people have self-medicated with alcohol and drugs and made terrible decisions and been trafficked and I don't know. I'm missing probably other important things, or violated by loved ones or the system, which is the diabolic, demonic, brotherhood, secret society, Freemasonic system. And it's not funny. I mean, I'm not laughing at that. It's just mind boggling the situation we find ourselves in because I didn't sign up for this, I mean, at least not consciously. Um, so that just kind of blows my mind that, I mean, yeah, we've always heard, homeless people are mentally ill, they could be, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, just looking at it in terms of autism, is an interesting new angle and yeah, so it's just an interesting situation. And it would be it's just so interesting. It's like, why are people so all this money is going into putting injections or putting masks on people or educating people about this critical theory, right? But proper nutrition for these people, proper housing for these people, um, counseling. It's just like millions, billions are going into this medical tyranny, and the most vulnerable people are just being left out in the cold. And and when I'm reading all these things about homeopathy, like these different um, treatments and stuff, I it makes me so upset because I'm like, I wish I knew this when I was a kid. I would have taken these things. I would have had my parents take them or my siblings take them, or would have asked them and snuck it in their water or whatever. Uh, and it just pains me that there's these solutions that are totally doable. It's like $8, and yeah, you got to try a few, but seriously, like, could so many, I mean, could the solution be like $8 freaking? I mean, so I've been doing homeopathy. I've been really mega dosing the past few days, and I've been noticing a difference. And it just grieves me that there's like solutions and nobody's mentioned it to me, nobody's offered it to me that even knows about it. Like, for me, if somebody's like even if I've hired them to do something for me, or even if you're an enemy, if you're talking about something that I'm really informed about and stuff, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you my little remedy. I'm going to be like, please, please try this remedy, and then you're going to tell me it doesn't work or you felt worse or whatever. But anyway, and it's weird. I mean, I think they broke the mold when they made me, because I do not meet people who are like, oh, try this and try that. Like, I annoy my friends and my family. They hate hearing about health stuff. They don't want to try my little health thingies, um, because I'm just too pushy with it. But I'm like, I would like it if somebody was pushy with me. I would like it if somebody would say, try this homeopathic remedy. I'm mailing you some. But that hasn't happened. But maybe it'll happen when we are in heaven with Lord Jesus Christ, and that will be fun. I look forward to exchanging. Um, well, we won't even need remedies there, but whatever it is, like, sending postcards or something like that. I look forward to that in heaven. But in the meantime, I'm keeping on trying to do what I can for now. So thanks for listening. God bless.